In this video, I want to share with you why we do pre-billing, how I was able to communicate that to the customer confidently, and then I want to show you step by step how I implement this in Jobber. And for those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Erica Crouppen, and I am the owner of Crouppen's Poopin' Scoopin', which is a dog waste removal business here in Michigan. This is my 8th year in business. When I first got started, I was a solo operator. That means it was just me and my 2007 Chevy Cobalt with a magnet, some trash bags, a bucket, and a rake, and I didn't know what I was doing. I barely knew how to charge. I was collecting my customer information in a notebook and computer paper, and I would draw a line down the middle, and then I would draw some lines across and create 6 to 8 squares on that paper, and I would collect the customer's first or last name, a phone number, how many dogs they had, and their address, and then any notes that I might want. And it was super simple when I first got started. And I collected money via PayPal and Cash App and cash and check, and I was constantly chasing down money. I was constantly trying to negotiate people to pay me, maybe half now and then half later when they get paid. And what I slowly started to realize was my business was slowly turning into a debt collection company. I didn't want to be a debt collection company. I wanted to run and operate a pooper scooper business. As crazy as it sounds, that's truly what I wanted to do. And so over the years, I really had to sit down and figure out, how are we going to fix this cash flow problem? How are we going to make the change? And I decided that I wanted to start pre-billing on the first of the month. This was a crazy concept at this time. And I remember having conversations with other people in the industry that were not doing this. I remember having conversations with customers that were just beside themselves because, one, the pooper scooper industry wasn't as well known as it is today. And then also because the landscapers don't do that. My landscaper bills me at the end of the month. Yeah, well, I guarantee your landscaper has cash flow problems. I'm not doing that. So I had to make a lot of changes in my business. And something that I really struggled with was confidence. I wasn't confident. I didn't know how to word it to the customers. I didn't know how to just casually bring it up during the onboarding process and then say it with confidence. Also, I was showing up in a 2007 Chevy Cobalt with a crooked magnet on the side of my vehicle. I didn't have many reviews. I was writing all of my information on a piece of paper, and I was very disorganized. I didn't look super professional. Like, I looked as professional as I could, but it didn't have that "I trust you, you are a trustworthy company" quite yet. And that took some time. That comes with Google reviews. It comes with having a CRM such as Jobber that is going to make the process for the customer so easy, right? It's so easy, they trust you. Not only do we have, at this point now, over 500 Google reviews. They see our trucks, they see our cars, hot pink ones. They see our signs. They see our staff and our people, or myself, wearing a hot pink hoodie. We're getting tagged on Facebook. People are recommending us like crazy. All this didn't just happen in the beginning. We have been consistent and diligent over the years. And having Jobber, the CRM that I'm going to show you how I set up all of I'm not gonna talk about routing in this video. We're just gonna specifically talk about collecting payments up front and invoicing because it's so important. And with Jobber, not only do we get to send booking confirmations, we get to send receipts with the invoices. We also have digital invoices that they can physically see on their phone or on their computer, where they get an email or text message sent to them. They also get to look at the digital quote right there, and then they get to go ahead and approve it right from their phone. And this is where my secret sauce, or how I set everything up, really comes into play. So let's go and let's hop into Jobber and check this out. This right here is my actual Jobber dashboard. I want to just give you a little tour really quick before we hop into the meat of this. So right here is a request. I have 12 new requests that I need to handle when I am done recording this video, but I really wanted to explain this to you because it's really, really important. So those 12 can wait. Then we come over here, and these are the approved quotes that we sent out. Over here is the jobs. I have $370 worth of jobs that I need to close out, along with action required is $488. So I need to attend to those by the end of the day. And then over here is the invoicing snapshot, I should say. Right now I'm waiting on $1,271 in payments, and I have 9 past due payments, $521. Now, even though I do offer pre-billing, or not offer, even though I do pre-billing, there's still people that sneak through. Their cards get declined. They say, oh, I'm going to pay you on Friday. And I don't know, I'm soft sometimes, and I let people go. And then today is the 14th, and here we go. So when I talked about the debt collection thing earlier, it's so true. It's so true. And just think about how much worse it is when you're not collecting payments up front. Because if we look right here, there is a 303 active jobs going, and that's in the amount of $32,200. So that's my little snapshot right there. So what I want us to do is we're going to go over here on this sidebar, and we're going to scroll down to insights. Right here is revenue, okay? The darker purple was last year, and then the lighter purple is this year. Right now we are in March. So last March, the business collected $31,021 for the whole month of March. Today is March 14th, and we've already collected $35,195, and all of that was collected before we ever stepped foot on the property. So I'm really excited to see what this March is going to look like. It's exciting. And then also here's another overview of the company with the date range. We can go ahead and check out to see what just March in general has looked like for us. So this month we've had 193 leads that have come in, 232 requests. We converted 60 of those into a quote. 55 of those did a one-time cleaning with us, and then from that 55 right there, we converted 39 into recurring service. And recurring is the bread and butter. These right here, this is what's going to carry us through the year, and that's where we make the most amount of our money. Okay, so I just want to show you that. So we come over here to new requests, and we're just going to go ahead and we're going to work through a new customer together, and I'm going to show you my exact process. So let's do it. We are in the new request with this customer. So what I'm going to do is we are going to look at the request that came in. They heard about us from our pink cars and trucks. Remember when I said about they see us everywhere? There we go. And then they're wanting a one-time cleaning. And then over here we have our notes, which that's not important for today. But so what we do is we would communicate with the customer. We would go back and forth based upon their yard size, based upon their frequency, whatever it is, whatever the situation is. Then we're going to go ahead and we are going to send them their quote. And how we do that is we click more, convert to quote. And then I already have templates built out in here. Jobber offers templates. I believe you can have up to 30 templates. And so what I have is our most frequent services that we offer. And this person wants a one-time seasonal cleaning. And then I have it in quotations right here that we use this one between February and April because the pricing for a one-time seasonal cleaning is different during spring rush. So we are going to click on that. The customer information is already here. I already have a one-time cleaning. I already have a one-time seasonal cleaning line item built out because like I said, I already built this template. We already have our product and services built out. So it's a one-time seasonal cleaning, 1 to 4 dogs. It's priced at $170. We already have all the verbiage built in here. And we let them know it's scheduled for 90 minutes. If we go over the 90 minutes, it's going to be 30 minutes per 15 minutes. Okay? So all that information is already built in. Here's where the magic happens. Okay, so you see down here where it says subtotal 170. Perfect. A discount, we're not giving a discount. Total is 170. Required deposit 170. They have to pay for this when they approve it. So I send them the quote. I let them know and say something along the lines of, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send the quote over to you. Go ahead and give it a look. Once you approve the quote and make the payment, we will go ahead and get you on our schedule. I have this day and this day available. And then I send it. I'm going to go ahead and click this and hit send as text message. And their name and their phone number is already going to be here. And then this is the pre-typed out message that we already have as a template. Approved today for priority scheduling. And then we just go ahead and hit send. There we go. From here, when they go ahead and they approve it, it's going to come over here in the quote section. So we would click on this. Now that customer has not approved it yet, and I don't have time to wait for her to approve it. So we're going to go over to one that's already approved. So coming over here, you can see all the information, like who the salesperson was, when it was created, when it was approved, when it was sent, when it was viewed. You can see all of the information. And you go ahead and you scroll down here. So you see the subtotal. You see the deposit required, which was $135. There was $135 collected, 0 outstanding. So that means this person is paid up front. We're going to do that first cleaning, and then we're going to get them onto our schedule. In this section of the video, I'm going to show you how to set up your jobs in Jobber with that recurring billing on the first of every month. So it's prepaid. So what you're going to do is you're going to be in the quote that they had approved. You're going to click more, and then you're going to convert this to job. You're going to scroll down to job type, and you're going to hit recurring. This is the part that gets a little bit tricky, and I do see people getting mixed up here because it is kind of tricky. Okay, you have to pay attention to all these details that we're going to go ahead and work through. So I want to show you around. Right here, it's going to show you total of visits that's scheduled out. Don't pay attention to this information quite yet because we haven't made any edits yet ourselves. Your first visit, your last visit, and when it's going to repeat. You have to know all of this information because it's really important to pay attention to it. When do you want the job to start? When is the customer starting? So say, for instance, the customer wants to start service the first week of April. Let's say they're like, I want to start on Friday the 3rd, and that's when you're in their area. So you're like, okay, perfect. We can do that. We're going to start it on the 3rd. We can't do that. We can't start that on the 3rd because our billing is done on the 1st. If we start this job on the 3rd, then once we set up our billing system, or the way we're going to do our billing, the system will not generate an invoice automatically until the following month, which will be May. We don't want that. So what we're going to do is we are going to, it needs to either be started on the 1st of the month or like before, like the 31st or something. But how it's going to play out, the 1st of the month is fine. Okay? You're going to put who you're going to assign it to, whoever technician. When is this going to repeat? We already said that they are weekly on Fridays. If it's every 2 weeks, you would type in every 2 weeks. And then you, whatever day it is. We're just Friday. Once a week on Friday. Perfect. Save. We don't put times for our services for recurring because we don't give times, so we don't put one here. So it's anytime. And then we always have our job scheduled out for 6 years. Any instructions that you want to put into your job, we can put the instructions here. I really love putting home. So the reason why we want the home, we want to know what it looks like just in case we accidentally have the wrong address. We want gate notes, budgeted minutes. How long is this job scheduled for? This is going to be a weekly service, and I'm charging them. How much are we charging them? $45. So we can only be in their yard for per week on that property for 23 minutes because that is how we're able to hit our target man hour. Okay, so we have the notes figured out. Perfect. This is where we come down to billing. This is where the really important part is. See right here where it says total invoices. Your first invoice is going to be sent out April 30th. No, thank you. We want it sent out April 1st. Because we're doing once a month billing, we have to come down here to fixed price. Very important. When you have somebody set up on recurring billing, fixed price, because if not, the system could try to charge them after every single service $180. Whatever they're set up as. That has happened to me once before. Don't do that. Slow this part down. Make sure you pay attention. So we're at fixed price. We come down here to invoice frequency. We click custom schedule. We click over here from week to month. The first of the month. Save. Just make sure the billing is set up correctly. That looks good. Because we're billing once a month, I want to make sure that it's the full month. So each service is $45 and I multiply that by 4. And for the months that have 5 weeks, I already have that built into my pricing, so I don't have to worry about that. And so I'm gonna go ahead and just hit save job. Okay, yeah. So it's generating the invoices right now, right down here. See how it says next invoice is going to be April 1st. Oh, and assign a team. I'm not going to assign a team to it right now because I actually have to look through my schedule and figure out who's going to be here. We have somebody that is going from like full time to like super part-time, so I got to rework the schedule. And then in order to automatically have their card charged on the 1st of the month at 9 p.m., you're going to have to toggle that button on to make sure that they are being charged. First invoice is going to be April 1st, and it's going to be automatically generated. And that is how you set up prepaid billing. I know there was that little bit of glitch there with the date. I'm not too sure why it said that, but all the information looked correct, so I knew that that wasn't correct. So I'm glad we were able to go back in there and it fixed that date. I will say that if you are, say for instance, they are starting middle of the month in March, you would need to send them a separate invoice with the prorated amount for the month of March. And you would do that, you could do that with that first initial invoice, letting them know that typically the service is going to be $25 per week, but there's still 3 weeks left in the month. So I'm going to send you over an invoice for $75. You're going to have that deposit on there of $75. So they go ahead and just prepay for the rest of the month of March. And then their recurring billing goes ahead and it starts on the 1st of April. And in order to do this, you just have a conversation with the customer. You explain to them exactly how your billing works. Your first bill is going to be a little bit higher due to that first initial cleaning, and then the prorated amount for the rest of the month that you are signing up for service. Moving forward, the card on file is going to be automatically charged at 9 p.m. for the full month of April. It's just simple. Write it out, put it in a text message form if you do a lot of your customer communication via text message, or you do it via email, or you do it on the phone. Just have it written down in front of you. The more times you say it, the more comfortable you're going to be able to become, and you'll be able to deliver it. Some people will push back, and that's okay. Some people will push back. That's okay. They're not your ideal customer. But also, you have to look at yourself. Are you presenting well? Do you look trustworthy? Do you have brand awareness? Are you able to communicate your billing to the customer efficiently and effectively in a way that builds trust with them? Deliver it slow, deliver it concise, deliver it with confidence, and you back that up by social proof, by providing excellent service to your customer, by having people in the community recommend you in Facebook groups, by people seeing your yard signs around, seeing your vehicles, by having a CRM such as Jobber that allows you to communicate effectively with your customers, send professional looking invoices, professional looking quotes. If you're just watching this for the first time and you haven't used any type of software yet, it might feel and sound difficult, but I promise you it is way easier than the pen and paper method, trying to track down billing, trying to keep up with customers. Once you learn this and you understand it, it's very, very simple. Just like when I was setting that last job up, I knew that wasn't correct because I knew I had everything set up right. I just had to go ahead and hit the save button and go back and just double check to see what was going on. And now moving forward, once I save this and I submit it, I know that the billing is set up, recurring. I don't have to worry about it. The only thing I have to worry about is if I get an email at 9 p.m. saying that their card was declined, and I know I'm gonna have to follow up with them that next business day. So with this, not only are we setting ourselves up for success, right? We're getting that money up front. That way we're able to gauge how we're gonna be able to spend our money for the rest of the month, but we're already taking the mental load off of the customer because it's one less thing that they don't have to think about. They don't have to think about paying you, and they don't have to think about the dog poop because you're scooping the dog poop and then you handled the billing process and made it super simple for your customer. So if you liked what you've seen here, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna include a link down below where you can get your own 14-day free trial with my special link. Give Jobber a try. Let me know what you think. I'm super excited for you to start collecting money up front and make your business run a lot smoother.